Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. This game, I wound up going to the perimeter of the arena wall, and this is going to be Final Arena 19, which is just west of the stadium. You can see I caught that Porsche 959 going full speed away from the direction of a head-to-head, and I left them there in the dust. So all I needed to do was get over to this finish, and I have the option of taking the Porsche 959, of course, but it offers me the Audi RS7. I will always take that. It's more of a level 9 top speed vehicle. So I wound up circling around trying to catch someone in a head-to-head. That didn't happen, so I wound up coming over to this location inside of the stadium, glancing at these drops. This is a great location to try and snipe others that are in this game, and that vehicle, obviously they saw me coming over here, so they veered away, and this actually takes a bit of patience. So I just waited here. I'm just changing my perspective where I can see those two vehicles on the mini map, and for whatever reason they did not engage in a head-to-head. This one comes over, but doesn't come close enough to the entrance of the stadium. But the second one does. So let's see if I can't engage in a head-to-head with them. What are they in? Oh, wow. They are in a Mercedes AMG 1. Going to need some help here with them hitting something, and I need a perfectly clean run. So I like going across the bridge and then veering over to the right, and I know to veer slightly to the left. The line they are taking, they are going right in through a grove of trees, and that's the break I needed. They hit a tree. Yes. So I'll take the Mercedes AMG 1. Wow. How great is that? Oreo cat face. Some gamer tags crack me up. I'm not sure how they come up with those. So I wound up just going on the perimeter away from the action in the game. And it looks like I wound up right between these two vehicles. The one behind me, I think, was chasing the other, but then they changed their focus to chase me. And there might have been enough time to complete a head-to-head. I didn't want to put myself out of position engaging in a late head-to-head, and they stopped chasing me. So right at this Y-shaped intersection is where I like to leave from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 19. The range of time to leave is 17 to 19 seconds. I will leave at 18 seconds. I'm hoping the other four drivers are just caught out of position in late head-to-heads and are not trying to influence the finish, because this is a centrally located final arena. It's easily influenced multiple directions, but I am staying the course, heading east, exit perfectly at 3 seconds, with 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. And the other driver successfully influenced the finish south. So I actually prefer going east of the stream that's off to the right. There are a lot of trees and obstructions that are west of the stream. I'll open up the map in this area here, and I paused this. I can tell This is roughly on the eastern portion of what I call the farmer's field. Now, I will try to go across the highway at a right angle so I can land and not roll over. Now I am trying to get in between the greenhouses that are ahead. And I will go on this road that is ahead for a very short section and then kind of veer farther to the left. There's a gap through the trees on this line, and now I can angle over towards this finish. It's just right here. I'm going to have to get through these trees here. Hit one just before I get to the finish, but not a problem. I have a very dominant win here in this Mercedes AMG 1 that I stole. Yes.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I will jump into this game. This is the second to last arena. This will be Final Arena 18 up the mountain. I was just above where the head-to-heads were taking place, hoping someone would complete a head-to-head and come towards me. That didn't happen. This one started to come up, but then they saw me and went back. So I think that helped put them out of position for the final showdown, quite possibly. And there were 3 vehicles that were outside of the arena that were eliminated. This is the point I like to leave from for Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I will add 1 second and leave it 15 seconds because of the snow. And I am the only one that appears to be trying to time their exit. The vehicle in front of me goes outside of the arena and is eliminated. So that's 4 that were outside of the arena that were eliminated. Off we go. This is a 3-car final showdown. And I am the only one trying to time their exit. I exit with a fair amount of speed at 3 seconds. Point is to the west, so I will gradually turn to the right, trying to maintain speed and avoiding those boulders that are around that triangular shaped intersection there. That is Horizon Mexico Festival site off to the left. I just need to get over on the road that leads over to this finish. And now that I am getting a little closer, I can see this finish is very similar to a finish point in a head-to-head in Final Arena 16. Actually, the intro to every single video I have happened right here where I clipped a rock on the right and did a forward flip. And this is a good example of the importance of trying to time your exit in the final showdown and get off to a good lead. What a great win in the Audi RS7, yes.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati. Oh,
This game I will show you these 2 car drops I got right around the beginning of the game. First the Ford Focus RS, and then look at this, a level 7 Porsche Cayenne. Following this level 1 Nissan Tsuru into the trees and jump to the end. I could tell very early on this was going to be Final Arena 10, and I wound up going away from the progression of the game. Arena 10 is southwest of Atlantis de Tula. This is around Horizon Mexico that I crossed paths with that Audi RS7. Just hopped on the highway. Beat them. I wound up taking the Jeep Trackhawk because it was early enough in the game, but I used caution. I wound up again going away from the progression of the game and cross paths with that level 7 Ford Bronco. Jump to the finish, where I'm now leveling up into the Funko. Again, run away from the progression of the game. Cross paths with this level 6 Porsche 959. Jump to the finish, where I decided to take the Lamborghini Centenario of the Funko. Even though it has a higher top speed, it can be a handful and a bit squirrely at high speeds. This wound up being a lead head-to-head I engaged in with a Lamborghini Murcielago, and it was just eliminating potential opponent for the final showdown. And this was just before the final showdown. I stayed in the Lamborghini Centenario, so I am now getting in position for the final showdown. There's a small group of trees around here somewhere. Close enough. Right here is the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 10. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 22 seconds. I will follow this road for a short section, and where it bends to the right, I will continue straight. I like to actually go through the corner of the greenhouse. This is a flat line through here. Exit with a fair amount of speed at 2.5 seconds. That is a Brocky to my left. The finish is straight ahead. I'm trying to get through this X-shaped intersection. This is a clear route through here. The Brocky hit something back through there. I am actually going to try and go to the south side of Horizon Street Scene Festival site. Around the left edge of this hill, there's a bump farther to the left there that will send you flying. Now I see I am going through the back of the Dog's Head. I know I have to watch out for some buildings on the back of the Dog's Head. I just narrowly missed that shed. Through a few trees here. I recognize this H-shaped pattern of roads. There are some buildings and trees around that as well, and I just sneaked through the middle of those two buildings. I'd like to say I had skill, but that was a bit of good fortune for a great win, a close finish against the Brocky. Good game.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
This game I found a Audi S1 around the beginning of the game. I engaged in 2 quick head-to-heads because both of them rage quit and wound up in this Audi RS7, which I then, chasing this vehicle, they just took that Subaru WRX car drop. So I led them away from the direction the head-to-head would lead, then turned around going the direction of the head-to-head. I had a clean route over to this finish and will level up into the great AMG GT level 7, which has around level 9 top speeds, similar to the Audi RS7. From the progression of the game, engaged in head-to-head with that level 5 Porsche, and wound up leveling up into the Lamborghini Murcielago. Earlier, I could tell it was going to be Final Arena 9 when I see the arena walls touch and the arena has the suspension bridge and tunnel road within it. That tells me it will be Final Arena 9, and I came over here trying to catch someone out of position. And worst case scenario, I use this Lamborghini Murcielago in the final showdown. And I was moving back and forth trying to make myself visible on the minimap and get someone to come over towards me. When I did see someone on the minimap, I just full send it, and it winds up being a level 10 Brocky. So off we go, and I know to just keep it on the road. They wind up going and getting hung up in the guardrail there. So if I have a clean run here, I should be able to beat them. I got a little excited and I ran right into this tree. And I know to go left of that tree between these other trees. They wind up passing me, but then they clip a tree and spin out. So this is going to be close before time expires here. Let's see if I can get it and get into this Brocky. Going to get it just in time. Look how close this is. And then head-to-heads are canceled right after I beat them.
Showdown. Opponent eliminated.
Right at this T-shaped intersection next to the shed is the point I like to lead from, right here. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. By the time I get situated, it's time to go. Someone left early and is eliminated by the arena. Usually when I see this finish point, I go to the east side of Teotihuacan, the pyramid strip, but I decided to give this a try and go right down the middle of the pyramid strip, just avoiding these trees. And I think that's a Funko that's behind me. Not sure. I need to focus on just getting through this gap on the left here and over to this finish. It appears to be around the Dog's Head. That's the road configuration northeast of Horizon Street Scene. And I just need to get around Horizon Street Scene over to this finish here. What a great win in the Brocky. I stole late. Yes! Would have shown two drivers there, but one of them quit just before I crossed the finish.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
I'll jump into this fifth game where I am just crossing the finish. This was a level 1 that I engaged in a head-to-head with. That was a very easy win. So I got off the highway as I am leveling up into the level 5 Bronco R and came back around Teotihuacan and engaged in a head-to-head with this vehicle, also a level 5. And off we go. I wound up having a really clean route, a better route than they had. Had a very easy win in this head-to-head as well. And as I am leveling up, I come over to look at these drops and look at this. An Audi RS7, so I declined the Exocet and immediately took this, which is more of a level 9 speed vehicle. Short while later, I was being chased by an Exocet, so I engaged in a head-to-head with them, turned around on them. I was leading them away, actually, and then this is going to be a Final Arena 19, which is the final arena that is just west of the stadium. And I wound up kind of making a split-second decision to take the Porsche Cayenne, and then right after I took it, I see another Audi RS7 and decide, you know what? I am going to take that because it is a much faster vehicle, and either use this in the final showdown or use it to engage in a late head-to-head. So, being Arena 19, I come over to the stadium, glance at this drop, and am just going to wait inside of the stadium until the arena shrinks and try and snipe someone that comes over near the entrance to the stadium. And I was here actually quite a while. I'm looking at this vehicle over on the left. They are parking over on the perimeter, which is normally what you do when you are in a level 10 and you no longer want to engage in head-to-head. So I am hoping they come towards me and I can engage in a late head-to-head with them. Here they come. Alright, let's do it. Let's go. And just as I thought, they are in a Hoonigan RS200. They are going in a straight line. I like to cross the bridge and then angle over towards this finish. This is a little farther, but this tends to be a clear route, and I think they are actually going right through a strip of houses where that dirt road is. That may have slowed them down enough for me to pass them, which I do, and I'll get that Hoonigan RS200. It will be mine. Everyone's going to the same finish point here, so there's a bit of a collision as I cross the finish, but I don't think that affected the outcome of anybody's race. It didn't mind. Head-to-heads are canceled right as I take that Hoonigan RS200. Right where that vehicle is ahead at that Y-shaped intersection is the point I like to leave. This is Arena 19. The range of time to leave is 17 to 19 seconds. It's 17 seconds now, so let's go. And everyone else is kind of off behind me, so I don't know if they're influencing the finish or they were also caught in late head-to-heads. I exit at 2 seconds, not bad scrambling, and I have 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar, and the finish is southeast. So I have the lead. I just need to get through this area without hitting anything. And it looks like this finish is roughly towards the direction of Atlantis to Tula is my initial thought. So I will go right of that bridge that crosses the highway there. Just graze off of that building. Now get over here, and I am trying to direct over towards the greenhouses that are ahead, and then angle over towards the road that is just beyond this road. It kind of parallels this road, but it's a clear route between these two roads over towards this finish. I got it. Yes! All right. Another great win in a Hoonigan RS200 I stole. Yes!
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.